Hey guys, it's Jade and welcome back to Planet Zoo. We're going to be starting off this episode straight away. No little intro or anything like that. We're just going to be getting straight into the speed build of the restaurant. Now you may have known, some of you may know, in part 2 we were trying to figure out putting this restaurant down near the front, near the African wild dog exhibit, but we chose against that and just put some outdoor seating area. But I chose this as a nice little spot for it. It's at the top of the mountain or at the hill. It overlooks everything and it comes out, don't like to, toot my own horn, but it comes out quite nice indeed. We end up making it look quite good. I also do have some other plans to have it so it maybe looks over like a sanctuary of some sort at the bottom of that mountain. So if you have any ideas of maybe what we could put down there to have it overlook, because there is an indoor-outdoor seating area which is pretty cool. So yeah, if you have any ideas of what we could put out there to have the guests that are sitting outside look out over the park, do let me know down below. And I hope you guys are enjoying this content thus far. It looks like you are. These videos have been the most popular on my channel, so thank you very much for all that. And let's get into it. This video is going to be jam-packed like all the others in this series. Jam-packed, full, fun, exciting, so grab something cold, crack it, and let's get into it. This is the actual restaurant. You don't need to build it, it comes pre-built, but you need to obviously make it look a little bit better and add tables and connect the tables so the guests can actually sit at those tables, as you can see just there. Yeah, it's very cool. It's a bit of a weird layout, the way that I've done the actual pathing, because I wanted this part to be separate from it all, and it was the first time I've actually built one of these, so I wasn't exactly sure on what to do, but we get there in the end and it looks very nice. It looks like a modern day zoo restaurant, I think. I'm not sure, not that I've been to very many zoo restaurants, but I think this is what I would like it to be like. I'm not sure. Well, I hope it's nice. Yeah, we just add, it's just a basic building type. This roof with the actual wood roof underneath, it just adds a nice little texture. It adds a little bit of different color to it, and it's nice. It's something different, because I wanted to do this roof originally just by itself, this wood one at the top, but the rain goes through it a bit, so I needed something underneath that wasn't too big or anything like that. It's doing a nice little custom fence that I made. I'll probably use this quite a bit in the park because it's nice, it's simple, but it also adds a lot to it. So yeah, just doing that around here. We also do some rocks and tree work obviously, and finish the building, do a bit of inside work, add some TVs, a little table area. It's nice. I also did do a little teaser of this video over on my Instagram and TikTok, so I will leave that link down below for you to go follow if you're not already. Much appreciate it. So yeah, just doing some lighting now. I wanted it to be obviously well lit. We get rid of that flooring in a minute, don't you worry. But yeah, I wanted it obviously to be well lit, and I've found that these lights are brighter when actually like a yellow, so we do that instead of the white. We also do a different color and put a bunch of greenery and rock work. We actually do quite a bit of detailing. We do quite a bit of detailing out the front, because I wanted it to be very detailed, because it's a bit of a noisy restaurant, so I didn't want the guests to have a bad experience or negative impact. So yeah, we decorate it and we try and get that sound pollution down as much as we can, which I do believe we do. We end up having to add a wind turbine and a generator back there for another reason, but I'll bring that up when we come to it, and I don't want to spoil the episode yet. I want you guys to stick around. So yeah, that's pretty much the base building of the restaurant. It looks very nice. Now we're just doing the rock work, and for some reason the pathing system is being funny again. I can't get rid of the edges of the path. Like you guys obviously know that I like to get rid of the pathing edges and do my own like custom edges or fences, but yeah, for some reason it's not letting me get rid of them anymore. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's very finicky, so yeah, I'm having to cover it up a little bit with some rocks and try do my best, cause not that it's ugly, but try to do my best to make it look a bit better than just the normal sides of the path. And this is the fun bit, just going through it. I really like adding bushes and greenery and shrubbery and all that now. It's not that I never didn't like it, but I'm definitely getting more into it as we go along in this series. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the greenery and gardening as much as I am, because I am loving it. It also, if the guests have, or if the building or exhibit or anything like that has a really good environment status, then the more guests go to it, and then that brings in more money. Not that we need money in this scenario, but look at that. It looks so nice with the glass. Oof, very nice. We just fix up this little gap here because I want it to feel like a full building, but not fully connected, if that makes sense. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, the guests, I want them, well, this whole park really, to have a really good environment status so that more people come, they spend more money. Like I said, not that money really matters in this park because it's sandbox, but I want it to be, that's so nice. And for some reason there's guests just stuck on that path right there in the corner, but it's, I assure you, it's a doable, it's a walkable path, right? Just doing a bit of inside work now, and some TV and a little like stand. I will go back actually. I've seen some people do it, add a little fireplace. That looks really nice. So I might do it on one of the other walls. It's just with the with a flame, with a flame. Yeah, and you can make it look really nice. So I'll probably do that. Just adds a little bit more warmth and, you know, hominess, sure, to it. And yeah, there we go. Just adding some nice TVs. So they got something nice to watch, alright? Okay, don't, you know, come at me. This is the first time I've ever built a restaurant, so I don't really know what they put in a restaurant. I don't know. This is just, yeah, me just trying to make something that's good that you guys hopefully enjoy watching. So yeah, that's it. I probably will go back and maybe do a little bit more decorations, maybe on the table as well as the walls. So the restaurant probably isn't finished yet. Like here, this wall is a bit empty. I'd put something there, but then I'd end up getting rid of it. End up having to go back in here and do a little bit of decorating on my own time, or a live stream. We'll see. Whatever floats your boat. So make sure you are subscribed, because you don't really want to miss it. Or maybe you do and then you want to catch up, but even then, still subscribe, please. Thank you. Do it. I really appreciate it. But that's the restaurant. Look how nice that is. So good. And then you look out over there and it's amazing. And now the fun really begins, because the back half of this episode is going to be something very exciting. I have done it before, but in my own parks, not anything like this before for a series. So what we're going to be doing is a underwater exhibit, if you will. You may be wondering what's that, or what is this monstrosity going on? It gets better. Bear with me, guys. Come on, you know me by now. Bear with me. It's an underground viewing gallery, which is freaking cool. So you go down the stairs, there's big glass panels, and then there's animals. I'm not going to say what animal, but there's animals in the water, and you're able to see in the water in their natural habitat, and it's sick. So this is just me trying to, do a nice little entrance for the exhibit because I wanted it to look nice and neat and cool, and yeah, I wanted it to look good. So it doesn't look the best right now. It's a bit funky, but it's nice. We end up doing a nice little mound there, put some rocks, a sign. It looks really nice. And then down here we add some information, a few seats, and a massive glass panel that looks out through the water, so you're able to see the saltwater crocodiles. Basically that's what's going in here. They're called garnels. I think I'm pronouncing that right, garnels. I'll just call them like saltwater crocodiles or freshwater. I'm not exactly sure what's the difference, to be honest. One's in freshwater, one's in saltwater, so that's that. So this is me trying to figure out where the exhibit's actually going to finish and start and all that, because I knew I wanted obviously a underwater exhibit, but they obviously like land as well, not just water, so I needed land as well. So the exhibit comes, I also do some custom habitat barriers, which is, if you watched my last episode, I want to try get really into it in this series, custom barriers. So hold on to your hats, folks. We start off with custom barriers for this exhibit. This pathing is really annoying. If you've ever played this game, sometimes it's really finicky and really annoying. So I don't know what they're doing, but they need to fix it. Alright, so this is me putting in the glass panel, and it's pretty much going to be a full-sized glass panel, pretty much the entire width and height of this section. This is just, there we go, and making it all level and then extending it a bit. That's that. It's probably not the best way to make an underwater exhibit, but it worked for me. And I think it turned out pretty well, so I'm happy with it. I'm happy with how it turned out, and yeah, it looks good. This is what I mean about the whole sides of the path. Like, it was full on giving me, so like I could either have rails or no rails, and for some reason it wouldn't let me pick no rails, and then when it did, it still had the sides of the pathing on, so it was real finicky, that part. So yeah, that's the underwater housing exhibit part. So we're just working out the actual size of the habitat. It's pretty decent size. I'd really like having, especially in this park, I really like having big sized habitats for the animals because it makes them happier, it brings in more guests, it's just a really nice way of doing a zoo. So it's not like a city zoo where it's, quite cramped because they don't have a lot of space. This park is going to be massive and there's going to be a lot of space for the animals. I don't want them, cramped or anything like that. I want them to be free, like they're in their natural habitat, So hopefully that little explanation makes sense, and I can stop rambling on because we're starting I'm trying to start, looks like I'm just going horribly wrong, but we're trying to make like a little rock cave formation, try hide this terrain a little bit to the entrance of the underwater area. I wanted to try and cover up as much of this terrain as possible and make it look like it's natural and good, so me, try and make it natural, and it's supposed to look good. I think it does look good in the end. We add like a little sign there and it looks sick. Lights, trees, it's really nice. And then there you go, then you'll be able to see in the water and it'll look cool. So now I am working on the actual habitat. the actual exhibit. So I'm trying to, obviously they can't climb, so the walls are the sides of the habitat. So I wanted to make sure that they were high enough, and look at that, this looks sick. It's not like a fully underwater section, but it'll do. We'll probably do more underwater sections in the future. And here I am adding wind turbines. I don't know why I added the wind turbines, to be honest. And our water, I guess you could say purifier, generator, whatever you want to call it, to make the water for the actual exhibit clean, because it's pretty nasty when it gets dirty, like as you would expect with crocodiles swimming and, you know, living in water. It does get pretty dirty, so we're just trying to cover up as best as we can, because they do give off noise pollution and the guests don't like it, so just trying to hide it as best I can. It still does end up giving a little bit of pollution, noise pollution in the end, but I sort of ignore it, doesn't really matter. I ignore it, it's fine, it doesn't bother me. The guests, however, on the other hand, sometimes get bothered by it, but it's alright. It's fine. Alright, here we are, just connecting, making it pretty decent size, because I have had these in the park, or not this park, but in a park before, and I know that they like quite a lot of water compared to land, but I still wanted a decent amount of land just for looks, and all that. So yeah, I'm just trying to make it as good looking as I can before getting them in, and needed to get the actual door fixed, and for some reason it wouldn't work, and then it would, and then yeah, it didn't really work. And I know it does look silly right now, but okay, it does look good in the end. I also had this path, just normal guest path instead of the staff path, so guests can actually walk up to the door, which is pretty cool. It's glass, so they can have a look in there and, you know, get a nice little closer view. But we've got multiple viewing galleries for this exhibit. We've got the underwater one, which is pretty cool experience. We've got the above platform just above it there for that massive path there. We do that all fenced off and make it look good. And then we also have along the actual side of it to the left, just there, that whole path there, you can look out over them. We also have another path down below on the other side, which is close to like their sleeping area, and yeah, that's another. There's multiple viewing angles. So if there's people in front of you, no need to stress. You can go to a different section. There's plenty of views to go around. So yeah, that's what I like about this one. And this is the little sleeping area. I don't actually know if they use it or not, but it's cool. It's a nice little add to the habitat. We add some bedding there, then another glass section with a path so you can see in there, and yeah, it's nice. Yeah, this is the exhibit. It's coming along quite nicely. They do really like deep water, so that was me just there adding nice little deep section in front of the glass because they like it. So yeah, and this is their little bed section. It's quite nice to the water. It's quite nice and close to the water, so they can, you know, jump in and out. And then this is the path section that goes all the way around. I'm actually really happy with how like all this custom area worked out. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. It does take quite a while, especially when you trying to make it like as detailed as I am. And I'm not saying I'm a perfectionist, but I'm really trying to make it good, because I want this, not just this series on YouTube, but also this zoo to be successful. And so far, so good. The series on YouTube's been great. You guys are loving it. Views are up, subscribers are up, which is awesome. And the park is thriving. We've got like, I don't even know how many guests, probably like close to 1,000 maybe. and all the animals are happy. It's going great. It's really going good. And now the fun part of doing more decorating. We do a lot of greenery, really nice. There was that little section there right here with the pathing system, so I wanted to try and make that a really nice viewing section because it's right there, it's nice and close, and there's no actual barrier for it. It's the natural barrier, so yeah, I wanted it to look nice and natural and neat and tidy because the guests are going to be right there. There's going to be custom fence, there's going to be rock work, there's going to be a lot of stuff, so I wanted it to look very nice indeed. I am not sure about that glass wall door. I think we do end up changing it. Yep, there we go, just there. Oh no, we didn't. I'm not sure what's going on here. I want a different door. So if that can, there we go. Past Jade read my mind. Yeah, it's coming along really nice indeed. And then, ready? I'm pretty sure we're going underwater. Look how cool. I mean, it's raining right now and all this looks bad, but we add this nice floor. It's not really a floor, it's a roof, but floor, whatever. We add this to it to make it look a little bit better, and then we get to decorating inside. But yeah, look, it's so sick. Like, look at the graphics. I was trying to get a thumbnail. I'm not sure if I'll use this thumbnail or what, but yeah, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to get better with my thumbnails as well. I don't know if you've noticed, but yeah, I'm using Photoshop more. I'm trying to get better with my thumbnails and everything like that. So if you guys do have any tips, or you're like a professional, I mean, anyone would be professional at Photoshop compared to me, because I'm trash at it. But if anyone has any tips or anything on how to better Photoshop apart from just, go on YouTube, because that's what I've been doing, please let me know down below. And yeah, it'll be greatly appreciated. Told you this fence would make a return. Doing this custom fence all the way around. I'm actually really liking it. It's neat, it's tidy, but it also, adds a bit of character. So yeah, I probably could have done this park a little bit closer, so it's like a proper cliff look over. But I think it turns out alright with the rocks there as well and everything. Yeah, I think they've got enough viewing angles for the crocodiles. Oh yeah, this exhibit looks really nice. I'm actually really happy with how this exhibit turned out. Everywhere, like, it just looks good. It just looks good everywhere. I'm happy with it. And then this little section, so nice. This section, like, it's all custom. Like, no wonder it takes so long, because it takes ages, especially doing fences. Fences are so tedious, especially corners, and and this path, I wanted it to look good, but then I wasn't happy with it, so I changed it again. It was just a whole process. So yeah, I'm glad it's finished though, and I'm glad it looks as good as I had hoped without actually knowing what I was doing. And this is me doing the art barrier, and look how, like, you can get seriously close to these crocodiles because the habitat actually finishes underneath this path, so theoretically they can crawl all the way to under the path, which is really cool. And that's me, yeah, color matching these beams because they're white, so gotta change them because one of them, they had little babies. How cute. But look how nice. I'm probably, you're probably annoyed at me for being up myself, but it looks really nice. I'm happy with it. I hope you guys like this habitat because I put a lot of work into it, and I am very happy with how it turned out. It looks nice. See, I'm trying different things. All right, and then I've got these moss rocks, and yeah, custom fences, custom barriers, everything's custom. So I wanted to make sure it looks good, okay? But look at that, it looks so nice. I think we do end up adding some seating up there, above there. And then I had a cool idea to try and make it like 3D, as like the rocks are like coming through I also do realize you can see the fence through the glass, so that's lovely. Here I am trying to change it a little bit. It doesn't super work, but we raise it a little bit and then just do rocks to cover up the rest, because otherwise they're like 3-meter planks, so they wouldn't, it would have been like mile in the sky before they would have disappeared. And I don't know why people are cutting across on that corner. There's no path there. Don't know what's going on. So I don't know why they're doing that, but they do it, which is very odd. But this is me, just adding some seating in, because guests love to sit there, and a little sign that just says, don't feed the crocodiles, alright? Because they'll get really into human food, and I'm not about that, because then they'll start getting really obsessed with human food. When humans bring in their food, they'll be like, no, I want the human, not the food that you're giving it to us. Here I am making a little custom sign. I do end up changing it to below the Garnell instead of just Garnell, and then I think I added something else, and then but in the end it's below the Garnell, which is pretty cool. I think it's a nice little play on words, because you're underneath their habitat with them, and it looks nice. So that's the sign, so I'll leave you with that for now. And that's pretty much the underground exhibit. We do try and make it a little bit more 3D with the rocks coming through, and then look how cool that is right there. You can literally see them. That's sick. And then I added this little guy here, and he does like little talk shows on the animal. It's pretty sad. He's just standing there all by himself. No one's come down yet, but they do eventually. He's super busy, and it works out in the end, which is very nice. I'm gonna end up adding him to like all the habitats and exhibits in the park. Not just him, like there's multiple people, but that little information thing, because it's super cool. Like it adds so much to it, and the guests really like it. So this down below little area is very informational. It's really nice. And then I was like contemplating whether or not that's the right flooring for it, but I quite like it. I'm not sure. Do let me know. Should I keep it like the natural walls and roof, or should I do proper walls and roofs for all the buildings and make it like seems like an actual building rather than being underground? So let me know if that would look better than the natural look, or vice versa, So like I said, I want this park to be very back and forth with the viewers, so if you have any ideas, let me know. But for now, that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. Hope you guys liked the restaurant and the habitat. I did a lot of work. It took a little while, so that's why there's a bit delay between episodes, because it takes a hot minute to make these. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.